Welcome, class. I'm Vince Brown. I'll be your instructor for the next 11 weeks in Sports Technology 540. I wanted you to have an opportunity to put a face to the name and just give you a short introduction to myself. I was born and raised here in Orange County, California. I attended parochial schools. I graduated from Mater Dei High School. At Mater Dei, I had always dreamed of being a football player there. After the first 3 years of high school, it seemed like I was always in the wrong spot at the wrong time. I had 5 knee surgeries. And it was obvious that God wanted me to go in a different direction. As a sophomore, I'd gone out during track season with one of my friends, and he said, "Hey, pick up the shot put, see how you do." I threw the shot put that day, and I never looked back. I finished second in the state as a senior. I went on to throw the shot put at the University of Alabama. I got my bachelor's in science of education at Alabama. I returned to Mater Dei in '82 as a teacher. I also coached football, baseball, and track and field. In an effort to try to follow my dreams, which was always to be a head baseball coach, I had coached my first team when I was 11 years old. I had coached a t-ball team in our local Parks and Rec, and I can remember going home and telling my mom, "This is what I want to do. I want to be a teacher. I want to be a coach." And so in '85, I got the opportunity to move to the next level as a head coach. I took over the baseball program at Tustin High School. It was a great community, great school with some very good talent. The most noted of those athletes I had was probably Sean Green. Sean was a 4-year varsity player for me, and he ended up signing as a first-round draft pick out of high school, played for Toronto, played for the Dodgers, played for the Diamondbacks, and finished his career up with the Mets. In 1982, I stepped down as a head baseball coach at Tustin, looking to go in a different direction. Wasn't my intent to go take another baseball job, but I ended up going and taking over the job at the school that had finished last in our league. I knew the boys there, and they had a situation occur during that summer that I felt like God wanted me to be there as their head coach. So I stepped right back into it after stepping down and took over as the head coach at Woodbridge High School. We went from the last place team to the first place team that first year, and I stayed there for 2 years as we tried to turn the program around a little bit. But my principal, where I was teaching at the junior high school here in Tustin Unified, said, "Hey, I need you to be on campus more." So I stepped down after 2 years and followed his lead, and a year later he was the principal at Foothill High School, also here in Tustin Unified, and I ended up being named his head baseball coach. A year later, I became the athletic director, and for 17 years I served as the athletic director here at Foothill. In '95, I also met my future wife for the first time. In '96, we got married. Yes, I was 36 years old and just starting off on a whole new venture in my life. I found in 2003 that my 5-year-old son, my oldest, Dylan, I only saw him play 3 games in t-ball that year, so I resigned my baseball job at the end of that year, continued on as athletic director, and spent the next 10 years pretty much watching my 3 boys. Dylan, who is now a junior in high school, Tommy, who's a freshman in high school, and Zachary, who was born in 2004, who's a 4th grader. I try to see them as much as I possibly could. A year ago, we had a situation where I ended up stepping back in as the head baseball coach here at Foothill. My son Dylan plays for me. Dylan's also a varsity goalie for soccer, and he also is our punter and plays running back and tight end for our football team. Tommy, I sent him to Mater Dei. He's a freshman there. He's a beast. He's 6'6", 300 pound. Going to be a pretty good football player, and he loves lacrosse also. And then my fourth grader Zachary, he does everything. You know, that's what you got to do when you're a 10-year-old. But his passion is truly baseball. My wife Sherry is a physical therapist. She deals with strokes and brain injury. That's her specialty. She works out of a private rehab center that specializes just in stroke and brain injuries. I've been teaching here and teaching Sports Technology 540 for the last 4 years. I truly enjoy this class. I think you're going to really enjoy it, and hopefully get a couple techniques, a couple things that maybe you can use as you move through the master's program and as you also continue your coaching career. Well, let's get started. I'm going to throw some videos up this week. I'll try to have some videos each, at least 3 or 4 times during this class to sort of make sure we're all on the same page. Please, anytime you need to reach out, text me, email me, call me. I'm here for you, and let's get started. Thanks for being a part of this class.